All rise.
Sports Court is in session. Welcome to another edition of Sports Court. We're wrapping up our NFL draft talk by asking, what grade do you give the Lions for their draft? I think a lot of hype came into this draft considering the Lions had 2 first-round picks, number 6 and number 18. I give the Lions a C grade. They drafted a running back after trading down from 6 to pick 12. If you wanted a running back, you could have taken Bijan Robinson at 6 because he was the best running back in the draft by any accounts. They picked Gibbs, a running back. He's a speedster. Fine. So you wasted the 12th overall pick on a very specialized player. Later in the first round, they took a linebacker, Mr. Campbell out of Iowa, that many thought would go in the 2nd or 3rd round. Is that who you want to draft with the 18th overall pick? That was a head scratcher. I love the Hendon Hooker pick. They get a quarterback for the future. So the Lions did some good things. I just really wonder what they were doing at the top, which is how they end up with a C grade from me.
Jamal, you're not going to like me, but D+, and I'm being a little bit generous. It was just, you think about the draft of last year, 2022, you get Aiden Hutchinson and Jamison Williams in the first round, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, they just hit it out of the park. You saw the success from both, and this year, I'm just not getting that same feeling right after the draft. And you got to give Brad Holmes the benefit of the doubt because he's just continued to hit and hit and hit on every single draft pick he's made over the last 2 years. But I'm just a little bit nervous because they overdrafted guys, but I think overall, D+, but again, you got to give Holmes the benefit of the doubt.
You mentioned Brad Holmes' batting average, and I think you're kind of onto something here. He got Amon-Ra St. Brown in the 4th round. Last year, he drafted, Malcolm Rodriguez, and I think he got James Houston both in the 6th round. So Brad Holmes has proven he can find those gems later on in the draft. It's because of that track record that you wonder why he was reaching for guys so early in the draft. He can mine a pick. He can find you some diamonds in the rough a little bit later on. So why take some of these folks so early? And it screams that he was trying to be the smartest person in the room. He has proven at times to be one of the smarter GMs when it comes to the draft. But in this one, don't you just think that the Lions could have just stayed at 6, stayed at 18? You could have drafted a running back at 6. You could have taken anybody you wanted at 18. Jalen Carter, in fact, slid down to 9, I think it was. So the Lions could have done several things to boost that defense, but you come away wondering, did they get too cute?
They could have. I think they did get that 34th overall pick, which I would have gone another tight end, but I think adding another pick that high was good if you were going to get Gibbs at 6 over Bijan, over Jalen Carter. And I like that Holmes is sticking to his guns and drafting high character guys and passing on Carter because it seemed like he was just not a guy that a lot of teams liked, even though he's got the most talent of anybody in the draft. He just played to his cards, and that's what he's done the last few years, and he's been right. So you got to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm just a little bit skeptical after this year's draft.
We'll revisit this in a couple of years. Then we'll see what this draft class is all about. What's your verdict? Comment on our post and on Facebook, and next week we'll highlight our favorites.
For now, Sports Court is adjourned.